Welcome to Miss Strawberry Makes Podcast, episode 22. I'm Michelle. You can find me on Instagram as Miss Strawberry Short Girl. Well, thank you so much for watching. It's only been a couple weeks since my last podcast, so I shouldn't be too rusty, even though I do feel awkward right now anyway, as per usual. But hey, I just want to welcome you to my little crafty video. This is, as I said, a crafty podcast about knitting, crocheting, sewing, and any other crafty shenanigans that I get up to. Alright, so yeah, not much has changed since my last one. It was only a couple weeks ago, still working from home. I'm thankful to be able to still do that. There's still plenty of work for us to do from home. Today is Saturday, April 11th. I had yesterday off for Good Friday, which was really nice because I work for a Christian ministry, so they give us Good Friday off, which is very generous. Yes, so it is lovely and springy out. We actually had a couple really warm days earlier this week. It actually got up close to 80, which was crazy. It's actually too warm for me for this time of year. Actually, I like it to get about 70 tops, and then I'm done. But I like cooler weather, mild weather, I guess. But it can't always be perfect, I guess. So, yeah, I want to tell you what I am drinking today out of my I Love Lucy mug. I am having a lavender coffee. So it's just decaf coffee, and I do a pour over, and then I have some lavender syrup that I just added to it, and then a little bit of half and half. It's really good. It's kind of like a homemade version of the lavender latte that I love to get, although I like to get a lavender and honey latte, but since coffee isn't quite as strong as espresso, I don't like my coffee too sweet, so the lavender syrup is just enough sweetness. So really good. I highly recommend it. I get the Monin brand of lavender syrup because their packaging is really pretty. I'm all about pretty packaging. I know that's terrible, but like their labels just are beautiful. They're almost like a work of art. So just thought I would let you know about that. So yeah, I don't know much about chatter. I hate to talk about COVID-19, but I mean, really, you can't hardly talk about anything without, referencing that nowadays. So, one fun thing we did last Saturday, my cousin got married. Poor kids. And, I mean, good that they got married, but I feel sorry for them because, of course, they couldn't have a normal wedding. So it was just their closest family, so just the parents and siblings. And so what we did is we did a drive-by wedding where we just drove past the bride's parents' house, went through their driveway and just honked and waved and told them congratulations. So there's a long line of us, probably at least, 40 cars. I don't know how many there were, but quite a few. So hopefully that helped to encourage them that though their day wasn't what they planned, we tried to show them that we thinking of them and we care about them. So congratulations, Austin and Sydney. I know you probably won't watch this, but just congratulations. We're so happy for you guys. Let me see here. I guess we can go ahead and start with finished objects. So let me show you what I'm wearing. My Whitmoor sweater is finished. Let me stand up and give you a better view of it. Still hear me okay? I'm really happy with it. It's very cozy. Actually, I'm probably not going to be able to wear it all day today, simply because it's going to be warmer today. It's going to be up around 65, I believe, today, which is actually my ideal. Yeah, so I won't be wearing this DK white sweater, though. But the sleeves are just my favorite thing. They're bishop sleeves, so you make them extra long, and then, they're wide all the way down and then cinched in at the wrist. So then you have a little bit of extra fabric that just hangs over thus. And it is very cozy, and you just feel like so fancy and pretty in it, but it's so cozy too that it's like very, very wearable. Love the lace It was a joy to knit. The pattern was very easy to follow. In case you don't know, I don't know how you couldn't possibly know, but the pattern is Whitmoor Sweater by Amy Lowden of Tailoress Studio. And I love it. Wonderful job, Amy. The yarn, I already mentioned this last time, but it's Dandelion Dogwood. Dandelion and Dogwood, I kind of mushed that together. But it's by Amy and her sister Jen. They have a yarn company where they dye lovely, 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 lovely yarn. And this is in their Maybe Baby colorway in the DK white yarn. So already I want to knit another one. I want to make one in their beautiful Married in Jeans. But this time I want to do where you hold the sock weight yarn with the lacy, fluffy yarn, so held together. I want to do that the next time. Probably will wait till closer to the fall at this point, but yeah, I just love it. When I was knitting it, I didn't really alternate skeins. They all match so well that I didn't really have to. Just when I was starting a new ball of yarn, I would gradually work it in a couple rows to keep it from being just like new ball of yarn. And I think that worked out well. So yeah, overall very, very happy with this. Highly recommend this pattern. Just such a pleasure to knit and just so wonderful to wear as well. So love it. Next, I realized that I never showed you guys my What the Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry. So I am going to remedy that and show that to you now. So here it is. I don't know if you can see it all the way. It's big, it's beautiful, it's so colorful, and the tassels are just the best thing since sliced bread. It's brioche up at the top. You start with brioche and then garter for the rest. And it is 6 different skeins all faded together. I will try to remember what they all are. It's been a little while since I made this. I made this last fall, I think. So this yellowy one is Georgia by Ferox Fibers. On the other side is, oh goodness, I think that's Aqualesia by Dandelion and Dogwood, this kind of purpley one. If that's how you say that word, I don't know. And then next on this side is Carousel by Candy Shop Yarns. Although, actually, it's probably easier to show you on this end where you don't have to go back and forth. Okay, so Georgia. Oh, yeah, on this it was kind of weird and back and forth because you worked with the 2 colors at once. Okay, so it goes Georgia, Carousel. This pink one here is, this light pink is, it's a Wild Rose Yarns one. I can't remember the name of that one. I'm sorry, Michelle, I can't remember. It was from like the Cottage Garden collection though, so it's some Cottage Garden flower name. I can't remember though. And then next is the Aqualesia, the purpley. And then after that is another Wild Rose Yarns. It's actually very similar to the Aqualesia, but lighter, more subtle. And then lastly is another Wild Rose Yarns, and that one was Forget Me Not. I know for sure. So really, really happy with how this turned out. The I-cord, I think it's called I-cord, edging, I got it a little too tight. So as you can see, like the rest, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a little tight at the top. But it's still very wearable. So I think I just didn't hold that loosely enough. So this is usually how I wear it. Not with this sweater, obviously, because they don't really go together that well. But with all 3 tassels in the front. Really love it. Highly recommend this pattern as well. Fun way to use up a bunch of your favorite yarns that you just really want to showcase those beautiful colors. Fun hand-dyed yarns. So yeah, really happy with that. That is all my finished things, so I guess next we can go ahead and move on to work in progress. I only have one at the moment, but a couple of plans, so I'll show you those too. Just a moment. I wanted to grab my bunny blockers to put my current whip on. This little bag came from Lay Family Yarns. I got this last Easter, actually. It came with a little mini set. It's really sweet. And actually, I also got this undyed mohair yarn from them as well, which is part of this project I'm working on. This sock is Ballerina Sock. Oh my goodness, the name of the maker has just escaped me. The designer. I'll put it on the video here somewhere. But yeah, these beautiful socks. This pattern was just released. Not quite done with the first one yet. Actually, I don't know if I'm... Oops. Well, that's not helpful. There we go. They are so pretty. I don't have the pattern printed out because we don't have a printer, so I've just been using it off my phone, so I can't show you the picture. I'll try to, like, insert something so that you can see. If not, it'll be at the end of the video. But anyway, so these Ballerina socks, they're just rather a plain sock right now, but these stitches here are going to have a ruffle attached out of that mohair. So, oh my goodness, they're going to be so pretty. So, yeah, they're a plainer sock, but actually, at the top, actually, let me slip it back off. Might be able to show it better off the blocker. You sit there. Careful. Careful. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so anyway, the cuff is different. So it's, you start by ribbing, but you do a different cast on than I've ever done before. It's called a provisional cast on, so that you basically can have live stitches once you pull some extra yarn out. I'd never done that before, so that was a bit of a learning curve. But then, so it's like doubled over. So it ends up having the ribbing on the inside and then just plain stockinette on the outside. And then you knit those two together and then carry on with just regular stockinette. So really a fun new technique I hadn't done before, and it kind of stretched me a little. Usually I'll just like pick one thing and just do it over and over and over again. So it's good for me to have to try and learn something new. But yeah, so not a real long leg length, and it will have that lovely ruffle. And then there was two options for the heel. I did the German short row, just 'cause I think they look nice. Even though honestly a heel flap and gusset fits better, but I like how short rows, German short row heels look. But then yeah, I'm just about ready for the toe on this. So, and then this yarn is actually, the dye lot, or the dye color is Pirouette, so I thought this was perfect. It's actually really similar. I don't know if you can tell the difference, and this is really similar to my Maybe Baby, but it's slightly more pink, less peachy and more pink. But this I got at like a local yarn store. I don't really know this brand, but it's called Stitch Together Studio. But yeah, most of their colors were more brighter and not necessarily my taste, but this one in particular I really liked, so I had to grab that. And I think it'll be perfect for my ballerina socks because it's called Pirouette. How perfect is that? And my sister Kelsey actually did ballet when she was younger. She still really loves ballet, so I think I need to make her a pair of these as well. Don't know if I may have enough of this yarn left over to make a pair for her as well, since they're kind of short. But then again, I might not. But anyway, I plan to make her a pair. And her daughter, my little niece Annalise, heard about them, and of course she needs a pair as well. So may try to adapt it to a child's version as well. Although Annalise was very specific about what she wanted. Not just ballerina socks, they need to be rainbow, unicorn, ballerina, and horses socks. I don't know if I need to have horses and ballerinas. I don't know how this is going to work out, but all we can do is try. And my little nephew Jolie wants choo-choo socks. He wants blue socks with blue choo-choos on them. we'll see what Auntie can do. So that should be fun. My next upcoming project, which I actually plan to do today, is I got this adorable lamb fabric. Look how darling it is. Oh, just so adorable. Got this off of Etsy from a sweet little shop. The little shop owner was so sweet when she sent it. She put a nice little note in saying, I hope you're well. I'll put the name of the shop down on here. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Something to do with children's fabric, I think, because yes, this is children's fabric. I'm a grown woman and I'm going to make myself a dress with little baby lammies on it, but judge not. Yeah, so it needs ironed, obviously. But I'm going to cut out my normal dress that I normally wear. If you've seen this before, you'll have seen the dress I make like 100 times, probably. So it's just a fitted bodice with kind of a boat neck, short sleeves, and a full gathered skirt, knee length. So that's what I plan to make out of this. I actually ordered the cutest felt collar from Fairy Tale Collars. I've talked about her shop on here before, so you will have seen it. Her name's Emma, I believe, and she's just the sweetest thing. So that felt collar has a little lammy applique. It is on its way, though unless it gets here today, it won't get here by Easter, but that's okay, because I can't go anywhere for Easter anyway, so what does it matter? But yeah, once I have those together, I think that'll be really sweet. The collar is actually lavender, I believe, so there's no lavender in this fabric, but it's all pastels, so I think it'll work out okay. So this I plan to do today. Also, I am making some sugar cookies just for fun. Might maybe swing by my sister's houses and secretly drop them off along with the little bags of candy my sister Amy and I got for the wee rabbits. Of course, keeping our social distance, but that way I can drop that off to them. So I have some Easter cookie cutters I'm going to use. There's a chickie and a bunny and an egg and a little church too. So really cute. I want to make those. Although since we've moved, I've discovered like so many things I don't realize I don't have until I need them. So I don't have any food coloring. So for the frosting, it'll just have to be white. I ordered some off Amazon actually. I'm ordering like everything off Amazon. But I was able to find some natural food dye, so they should be nice, gentle pastel colors. I'm excited about that. So of course they won't come in time to do these cookies. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I need to calm down. Sorry, I get very excited about food dye. But yeah, so I've got tons of sprinkles though, so I'm just gonna frost them with plain white frosting and sprinkle them with sprinkles all over, all different kinds. So maybe I can get a little vloggy footage of making those cookies. I've already made the dough, I just have to roll it out, cut it out, bake it, frost it, sprinkle it, deliver it. But yeah, so that is one of my plans for today. Next I'll just show you some incoming goodies / further plans. I guess that fabric was an incoming goodie too, but well, you know what I mean. Okay, so one thing, this itself may not look very crafty related, but I tell you it is. I got some lavender, some dried lavender. It smells so nice. I'm really into lavender in case you can't tell. So I'm going to make some little sachets, or sachets. Sachets? We say sachets here in America, but sachets sounds so much nicer. But yeah, so make some little lavender sachets for my sock drawer, my little woolly socks, keep them safe from little moths, and just make them smell fresh and wonderful. And so I've got lots of little scraps of fabric that I don't quilt, so I don't really have any use for, but they're too precious to get rid of, like some precious Beatrix Potter fabric scraps and things like that. So I plan to make some little sachets out of that. This actually, you can use it for baking beverages, syrup, all sorts of things too. So maybe make some nice lavender lemonade. Be really good in like some scones or something, or like a tea cake. Wouldn't that be nice? So this again was an Amazon purchase, I tell you. Amazon is getting all my money. So, yeah, and then my last incoming goodie, or looky what I got, sorry, incoming goodie is what Sandra Cherry Heart says for her stuff that she got. So I'm not trying to steal your phrase, Sandra. I usually say, looky what I got, actually. I've really been enjoying watching Sandra's podcast. She's put out a couple since the whole lockdown thing. So Sweet Violet has been putting them out, and it's just like, oh, it's like visiting with old friends and just getting to see all the things they're making. It's just such a joy. Oh, and actually there's one new podcast that I've just found, well, new to me. Actually, I think she only has a few episodes, but still, I had to, like, binge watch all of them. Her name is, oh my goodness, I can't remember her. Oh, it's Paula. I think her name's Paula. How could I forget? I have an aunt named Paula. I believe it's Paula anyway. I mean, I know my aunt's name. I mean, the gal I'm talking about. I think her name's Paula. Stitched by Mrs. D, I believe, is the name of her podcast and her Instagram. If I have that completely and utterly wrong, I am so sorry, Paula, but I will put the information down at the bottom here. But I've just really been enjoying her podcast. She hasn't put out a new one recently, but I just really like her makes and just her personality. She's so sweet. So I recommend that one as well if you're looking for a new one to watch. But oh yeah, my last looky what I got is a couple Tilly and the Buttons patterns. So this one is the Cleo. So it is a little overall dress or a little dungaree dress. This one is like the first one I saw of hers, and I've always wanted to make it. The back is really cute with the little strappies. So I want to make this out of a light denim, and then I also want to make at least one out of a printed denim, or maybe a printed corduroy. That'd be really cute. The possibilities are endless, but I at least want to make light denim and some kind of pastel-y printed heavyweight fabric. Yeah, my plans are very firm, as you can tell. I know exactly what I want to do. And then the other thing I got, I just couldn't resist this, Eden. It is a coat. So I don't know if I can even do this. I mean, I'm sure I can. It says sewing pattern for improvers. I guess I'm an improver. See, I need to learn how to do new things, so I just get stuck in a rut of just doing the same thing over and over, and then I get afraid to try new things sometimes, so I'm just going to make myself. I love this version of it with the toggles, and actually that color is divine. I love it. So yeah. I actually already have a nice rain jacket that I got from Jules. It's a really pretty floral pattern. So I don't really need a rain jacket, but it'd be fun to make like a more wintry jacket like that. Obviously don't need it right now, but I just couldn't resist it. Isn't it cute? So I think that is about all I have to show you guys. Yeah. Oh, my coffee's getting cold. I might finish it up real quick. I don't like it when it gets cold. I'm a pampered princess. So nice. So nice. Sorry to glug right in front of you guys. That's so rude. But hopefully you had a cup too and you were enjoying yours while we had our little chat. But yeah, it's been so great chatting with you. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you haven't already, be cool if you subscribe just because it's so much fun. And leave a comment if you would too. I love to hear what you guys are up to, what you're making. It was so fun last time I did a giveaway, so I got lots of lovely comments about all different things people are thankful for at this time, which was just such a joy to read. Yeah, so that giveaway was fun. It was won by a gal named Leah, so her yarn should have safely arrived by now. Thankful I was able to go ahead and ship that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and happy making. Bye. But wait, there's more. I forgot to mention, look at my shelves that are finished. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that there was a bit of a kerfluffle, or whatever the word is, with these. I initially had these two. I had them since, I was living at home with my parents. And they were stacked like this originally in my setup. If you used to watch this, you'll know. But in this space, it's so nice and large, I could use two, and I needed more shelves for my books and things. And now my yarn is more spread out. It's very nice and spacious. But yeah, so I ended up buying another set of two. So like each group of 9 is one unit. And I was just gonna stack them on top of these two because I had them side by side. So I got them done, was gonna stack them up, and then alas, they did not line up correctly. The line, or the little holes for the dowels that connect them, were like a whole inch off. And then come to find out, like, the dimensions of them are actually a little different, and they're even the same brand. So I don't know what happened. They must have changed them a little, because I guess it was a couple of years since I had these, since I first got these, I mean. But yeah, so I was in a dilemma as to what to do. So I was just going to try and stack them up side by side, and then this one is actually like an inch taller than that one. You can kind of tell if you look, but at first glance you can't tell now that I went ahead and spread them apart and put Donna Sue in between. Hi Donna! Hi Aunt Donna, if you're watching, that's who Donna Sue's named after, because she gave her to me. But yeah, so I like it like this. I think it looks nice. I'm really happy with it, and it just feels so finished just to have those shelves. So, and I'm making good use of them, so yeah. And then one other thing, let me show you real quick too. So this little item is very special to me. It's just a little doily sitting on the back of my potty. But the body of this was crocheted by my maternal grandmother, Linda. She gave me a bunch of yarn, and this partially finished object was in amongst the yarn. And then as I was having a clear out, I got rid of some of that yarn and passed this on to my paternal grandmother, Mima, and she found this in there, and I told her that Grandma Linda had made it, and Grandma Linda doesn't crochet anymore. She's just not able to. So Mima just thought it was so special that Grandma had completed that she went ahead and did a edging on it just so that it would be a completed object. So this little doily was made by both of my grandmothers, and it's in my favorite color, aqua, so it's just so special. And of course it's just on the back of the toilet, but it was the perfect size for that, so that's why I put that here. But it just makes me smile every time I see it, so I just thought I'd share.